Greetings. Today we are going to look into number sets and various types of number sets. There are several types of numbers. Of all, some of them are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational, irrational, real, prime, composite numbers, and complex numbers. After seeing these numbers, we will do a recap of what we have gone through this video. Natural numbers are those numbers that starts from 1, and they are also called as counting numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. These are called as natural numbers. Let's take all the counting numbers or natural numbers from 1. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a set of natural numbers here. Let's put a 0 in front of this set of natural numbers. When you put a 0 in front of the natural numbers, the whole set becomes whole numbers. So a whole number set is a set which includes 0 in the natural numbers. Whole numbers cannot be fractional. Let's say an example, 1 divided by 2. This is not a whole number. Let's take a decimal number. For example, 0.5. It's not a whole number. Let's take a negative number, negative 2, not a whole number. A whole number should be a positive one, and that whole number set should start with 0. Let's take all the positive and negative whole numbers and put them aside. For example, 0. The positive side of the whole numbers are 1, 2, 3, and so on. Let's take the negative side of this. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. This whole set is called as integers. Rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in a fractional form. Let's take an example, 1 by 2 or 1 divided by 2. These two are integers written in a fractional form. This is called as a rational number. A rational number can be a positive or a negative number, both. You can write the same 1 by 2, 1 divided by 2 as negative 1 divided by negative 2. This is also called as rational number. A number that cannot be written as a simple fraction is called as an irrational number. For example, 1.32667, etc., etc. It goes forever. The numbers repeat forever without ending. This is called as an irrational number. Let's take an example, square root of 2, also an irrational number. Prime numbers are the counting numbers that are greater than 1 and has only 1 and itself has factors. For example, let's take 2. 2 is a product of 1 multiplied by 2. If you multiply 1 with 2, you get 2. You cannot get 2 with any other multiplying by any other numbers. Similarly, let's say 3. 3 is a product of 1 and 3. Let's say 5. 5 is a product of 1 and 5. So a prime number is a number that is greater than 1 and that is a product of itself and 1. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. are called as prime numbers. A composite number is a number that is greater than 1 and that has more factors than 1 and itself. For example, let's say 4. 4 is a product of 2 and 2. And also 4 is a product of 1 and 4. So 4 is a composite number. Let's say 6. 6 is a product of 2 and 3. And 6 is also a product of 1 and 6. Complex numbers are in the form of a plus bi, where a and b are both real numbers. Let's say an example, 3 plus 2i. Here 3 and 2 are both real numbers, but after plus, the 2i is an imaginary part. These are called as complex numbers. So to recap, we learned about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, real numbers, and imaginary numbers. Natural numbers are the numbers that start with 1, 2, and 3 and so on. Whole numbers includes natural numbers and also 0. Integers include whole numbers and the negative part of the whole numbers. Rational numbers include integers and fractions. Real numbers include rational numbers and irrational numbers. And the whole number system includes real numbers and imaginary numbers.